Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome to this channel. And today's video is about the allegations rule, what is famously known as allegations rule. So allegation rule is applied to solve the following problem. So given information about the unit values P1 and P2 together with their mean value for some corresponding quantities Q1 and Q2 respectively for the mixture Q, for example. Now the question is what will be the ratio in which those quantities Q1 and Q2 has to be mixed? That is represented by rho. Now, the answer to or solution to this problem is which is in which the rule is used. It may be used from the 1, 2, 3 methods. First method, and the very important one, is weighted unit values formula, as we have seen for indexing n equal to 2. So the second formula and the third, they are about indexing. Now we have a forward indexing formula. This is the second formula. Now and the backward indexing formula. So now here the rule that we are going to display here, it is given by this diagram, in which case the rule, the ratio will be this quantity, this difference to this difference, this difference to this difference, according to indexing here as we have. So the quantity that we can take the quantity Q1 here and the Q2 here. The quantity which is so that this value is a relative quantity from Q1 and a relative quantity from Q2. So now we need to explain or to describe where is this diagram coming from, and we are going to look for the ratio between these two quantities, because the ratio will be written as this quantity to that quantity, or so we are going to prove it here, or we are going to prove actually that rho is given by this quantity. This is R index 1. So I'm referring to this indexing formula, P2 minus P bar over P1 minus P bar, and we are going to put opposite value because the mean unit value is an average value which must have a tendency or be central, a central tendency property. It must be between the first unit value and the second unit value. Now here the order, increasing order, decreasing order, these quantities P1 and P2 can be taken in any order. Now to avoid the negative weight, so we must add the opposite, now negative sign. Okay, so this is what you're going to prove by this rule. Now we start by the weighted mean value. Using the weighted mean value, weighted unit values, P1 and P2, and then so the P bar must be some value between P1 and P2, and correspondingly this is for the quantity 1 and for the quantity 2. For example, in this one, unit value, unit quantity, I mean not unit quantity, quantity for the first component, quantity for the second component, quantity for the mixture, and respectively unit value for the first quantity or the first component, unit value for the second component or the second quantity, and unit value for the mixture. Mixture Q1, Q sub 1 plus Q sub 2. Okay, so now how does it work? So here the price is equal to weighted mean value of P1 and P2. So in this case, we can either use forward indexing method, and or we can use backward indexing method. This so for forward, so we can divide both sides by omega 1. So this I can divide by omega 1 both sides, and I have P1 plus omega 2 P2, no, omega 1 here, down here, so P sub 2. Okay, now as here you can have this one, and this one is can be represented by normalized weight, the first one plus the second, so it must be equal to 1. As it is equal to 1, so I can substitute value of 1 here. It becomes omega 1 plus omega 2. Okay, in this case can be written as 1 over omega 1 over omega 2. So in this case, here it can be written as P1 plus 1 over omega 1 over omega 2, so times P sub 2. So this equation, this quantity, the first and the second, are equivalent, and now I can substitute this value and I call it ratio. Let us call it ratio number 1. Ratio number 1 being also equal to ratios of quantities as well. The first one to the second, as well as the first weight to the second weight. Okay, so in this case, this is also the same ratio, and then this equation can be written in this case. This equation, we suppose that we don't know the first weight and the second, and this is going to be equal to 1 plus 1 over R sub 1